Thanks for watching that, Christian fam. If growing in the faith is important to you, hit that subscribe button, because over here we like to encourage, empower, and give you everyday practical Christian advice on real life situations. We drop videos whenever we drop videos, so hit that notification bell, because for the first hour, we respond to comments immediately. All right, y'all, let's get it.
My memories do vividly tell the truth on how I used to mimic and move, but now.
All right, so we just covered recently why he don't want you. Now we're gonna look at why she don't want you.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so in my mind, I'm thinking that she may thinks that you lack power. And I'm not talking about power that's related to cars, money, position, your job, etc. But it's an acronym, so I have a different word for each letter of power too.
Okay. So let's preface this then. So we ain't just talking about any old woman. We're talking about a kingdom-minded woman.
I'm thinking about a kingdom-minded woman.
A saved woman, a woman that has their mind on God and wants a godly man.
Yes.
So why she wouldn't want you? Okay.
Absolutely, because there is a difference.
There is a difference.
Because what you're looking for will differ based on where your mindset is. So I'm glad you said
and
that.
who you serve,
Yeah. So for P, if we're talking about power, purpose, you know, she needs to see that you're seeking God to give you direction in life. And she also needs to see P protector qualities. You know, every woman, you know, we know God is our ultimate protector, but every woman wants to feel a sense of when she's with her man being, you know, protected. So, and safe around her man. So if she feels like you're gonna knock her over if danger presents itself, trying to get out the way,
you're gonna use her as a shield if somebody's shooting.
then that's not
you ain't the one, bro.
Right. That's like a big right there. So, you know, purpose and protector qualities. Now for O, ownership. And we're not talking about home ownership, even though some people be like, oh yeah, he has to own his own house to, you know, for me to want him. But I'm talking about owning up as a man when you miss the mark. So if there's certain things in life going on, not blaming everyone else for where you are in life. Because if you're a finger pointer, then, you know, to me that's like a turn off. Like, okay, he doesn't take ownership for what's going on, which means he's not going to be able to grow. Now for W, the will to please God. You know, a kingdom-minded woman wants a man who has the will to please God, and realizing that the man won't be perfect. That's not what I'm saying by any means, because none of us are perfect, but at least are you striving to live according to God's word? Now remember, at the very beginning I was saying that she may think that you lack power. So the things that I'm pointing out, you know, if she doesn't see these things in you, then she may not want you.
I feel you.
Yeah. So if she sees that you lack the will to please God, then she may not want you. Or if she feels like you lack ownership or lack protective quality.
Yeah, she shouldn't be dragging you to church. She shouldn't be encouraging you to go to church or go to Bible study. You should be wanting to do those things on your own.
For the will to please God.
Right. I feel you.
And then for E, if she sees that you lack the edification or the ability to edify others, like, are you too much into yourself? Are you moving her to the side to try to look in the mirror?
Narcissist.
Yeah, that's what really comes to my mind. Then that would be a turn off, you know. And then for E, do you lack the ear to hear from God? You know, as a woman, a godly woman, in order to follow your husband, you have to know that your husband is following God.
Right.
So you have more of a sense, and I'm not saying everything in life will be comfortable, but it does give you a different feeling when you know, okay, he has an ear to hear from God. So I know that even if it doesn't make sense to me, I know that he's getting his direction straight from God. So I can follow him. And also economical value. But there will be times that you go through financial hardships and challenges. So, you know, some women be like, he has to make at least a 6-figure salary, but I'm not talking about that. But a woman does want to feel like the man can contribute something. You know, it shouldn't be to where she's always paying for the dates or she's driving you around and coming to pick you up. And I know people go, and I'm not talking about if you just have a certain,
we're not talking about a dry season.
A dry season. I'm talking about like this is your norm and you're just comfortable with just
every day she going to work and you laying up in the bed. She come back, you still laying up in in the bed or laying. You done made some progress, but you done made some progress from the bed to the couch.
Yeah, like
watching Netflix and chilling with nobody.
So that could pose a problem.
Yeah.
You know,
take the could out. That's gonna sisters I know that's gonna be a problem.
And then for our respect. So you talked about respecting why he don't want you, but then also for why she don't want you. If you lack respect for yourself or for others, that could be a turn off and say, you know what, I'm not gonna be bothered, because it's like, how are you carrying yourself? How are you treating your loved ones? If the man doesn't respect his own mama or you know, the important women in his life, it's like that should be a red flag for you right there. Because why would he treat you any differently or better?
Right.
You know what I mean? Are you responsible, or does she have to check behind you on everything? Does she have to check to make sure you paid the bills? Does she have to check to make sure you locked up? Does she have to check to make sure that you did everything that needed to be done that day? You know, and that's where it can start to feel like that mother relationship. If she doesn't feel like you're responsible, you know, it's like, do you have that initiative and drive on your own, or does she always have to push you? You know, and like I said, it's not that you won't need encouragement from time to time, but if it's like, I'm constantly having to push you to do what needs to be done, it's like, it goes back to that, I can do bad all by myself. I don't need to need someone else, you know, that I have to raise. Just remember that a woman must feel like you can add power, and just thinking about all those different words of the acronym to her life.
Yeah, that's good. Depending on when you're watching this, the next video should be, are you the spouse you seek? Thanks for watching
That Christian Fam.